Today we're talking about the new year and what you can expect. Hi, I'm Veronica from Earth Mother Apothecary. Welcome back to my channel. Today, as I said, we are going to be talking about the new year and some of the energies coming up and what you can expect. So as you all know, January 1st is rapidly approaching. It's right around the corner. We just finished up a new moon and solar eclipse on December 26th. And with that new moon and the eclipse, you probably have noticed some things happening. You maybe have noticed that people who aren't necessarily spiritual or awakened, or whatever you want to call it, have been really able to notice the shifting energies and feeling them a lot more. This is something that's been happening over the past several months, but I find even more so since this past new moon. So people in your life may be starting to kind of come around and wake up a little bit and just kind of be really, even if they can't put words to it or describe it, they're sensing it and they're feeling this energy shift, and they may be making that known in some way. Again, maybe not having the proper words to explain what they're feeling, but you're going to be noticing a lot more of this over the coming days as we approach the new year. So you probably also maybe have noticed an increase in synchronicities. Maybe you're seeing number patterns or whatever it is that your spirit team sends you as messages. Things kind of just lining up and happening without you even knowing or asking for it or expecting it, just kind of popping up into your life. So right now we are in the waxing phase of the moon. That means the moon is growing. So we've just left the new moon phase and we are growing, heading toward the full moon. So this phase in the waxing, the growing phase, this is the time that you really want to start setting intention, especially with the new year coming. This is the perfect time to start setting your intention and deciding what you want to do with the next year ahead. So, kind of review, see what's worked for you, see what hasn't, and really kind of brainstorm and see where you want to go, what you want the new year to hold for you. And then as we get to the full moon, which is going to be on January 10th at 2:23 p.m., the full moon is when the moon is at its peak of power, as you know. And so this is a great time for any kind of magic work or divination, things like that. And so if you've been working on narrowing down your goals and what you want for the coming year, you can do some kind of a ritual or moon magic or whatever you want to call it at the full moon and send that energy out to come to fruition. So this new year, 2020, is the year of perfect vision, right? So this year should be a pretty fantastic year. This is when we're going to start, things are going to start coming into alignment more for us. We're going to start seeing more clearly who we are, what we want to be, where we should be on our path. And the way I feel is like the people, we always have this to some extent where the people that we need kind of just come into our life, even if it's just for a short time. But you're going to be noticing that a lot in 2020. I feel like this is really a great time of growth and to really get people to see what it is they want and where they're headed. And so if you commit to that, this is my path, this is where I'm heading, I don't want to say surrender to that path, but know that, yes, this is my path, I'm on the right track, I've gotten all these signs and synchronicities telling me this is where I'm going. And so you kind of relax into that and say, okay, this is where I'm going, and stop trying to fight it. And then more and more you'll notice people will come in to give you what you need or teach you what you need to continue on with your path and your purpose. So you're going to be seeing things a lot more clearly in 2020. I feel like this is really just the beginning, the tipping point really, where people are starting to see and understand more what all this nonsense and shaking up that's been going on the last few years has been about. I think people are going to really start to see and understand that now and work toward making their life better and really getting on their path and really finding their purpose and stepping into it, stepping into their power. And then as the next few years progress, it's going to just get better and better. Now, I don't mean this is just going to be bliss all year. Nothing's ever going to go wrong. This is human life, of course. So there are going to be some ups and downs, and not everything is going to be 100% smooth. But I think we would kind of be like, what's going on? If nothing ever had any bumps in the road, we would kind of, I think, be feeling like waiting for the shoe to drop. So I think we need these ups and downs to kind of show us where it is that we, first of all, may need improvement, what we need to work on, and just, of course, learn some lessons along the way. We have things that we've been through and dealt with that we think are gone, and then some of these bumps might be old trauma or old issues coming back and kind of getting in our way again for a few minutes. And I think it's necessary, because just like everything else, I'll tell you, layers of energy, layers of intention, that happens with our traumatic events and our traumas and all that stuff. It's layered. So once we think we've cleared it, it's like, oh, here comes another layer. And this is just how we work through it, and we clear it out on all levels. And the more we clear through it and the more we work through it on these different levels, it prepares us for what's ahead for us. So this year, 2019, I think has been a big year for clearing. I think, you know, a lot of people have had a decent year, but there's been some really big bumps in the road, some things that are kind of like make your whole world just kind of halt and be like, oh my gosh, what the hell is going on here? What's happening? So I really feel like that happened a lot for people in 2019, but it was just kind of preparing you and getting you ready for what's to come. For those of you who may have physical illnesses and sickness, or are neglecting your body in some way, this year you need to take control of that. Our bodies are processing in a completely different way, with these energy vibrations raising and taking us to new levels. If you're not taking care of your body is not going to be able to handle these new frequencies. So I really urge you to do the best that you can to take care of your body and just treat it well, because you need your body functioning at an optimal level so that it can handle these new frequencies and these new vibrations that are coming in and that are growing and continuing to grow over the next several years. So seriously, you know, I'm not telling you, you know, go cut all this junk food out of your diet forever and all this and that. I'm just telling you, be more mindful of how you treat your body. Take time for self-care. Make sure that, you know, if you're not feeling well, maybe you take time to rest. Maybe make that doctor's appointment if something's not right. Do some meditation and some energy work on yourself. Maybe get a healing, something like that, just to keep your body running and functioning properly. Because we want to be able to go for this ride on this new frequency and this new vibration that's coming in and that's growing. We don't want to be left behind, because this is, in my opinion, a really key time. This particular year coming up, 2020, I feel is going to be like a really pivotal point in time. And I think that a lot of us are not necessarily ready. We are close, but not quite there. So over the next, I want to say, probably for me, March is popping into my head. We want to really take this time up until March to really focus on ourselves and get ourselves good. Now, I'm not saying that after March you can just neglect yourself again. No, but what I'm saying is I feel like up until March, that's when you really need to be reflecting, reviewing yourself. How are you living? How are you treating yourself? How are you interacting with others? What changes can you do to make your body work better physically, but also to raise your vibration so that you are ready to match the vibration coming in and be able to accept it. So what kind of things can you do for that? This year, it's just going to be a fantastic year all around. I really and truly believe that 2020 is going to be just a tremendous year for very many people. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'll be able to share some more of my insights on the year to come as the year progresses. I really would love it if you guys would let me know how these energies are affecting you, because when I hear, obviously I know how they're affecting me and my family and those around me, but I like to take it in from people all over the place, because obviously energy affects everybody differently. And so I'm always curious. You know me, I'm a learner. I like to, I don't want to say, I guess study. I don't know. I like to just kind of see how the same energies affect people differently. And so that I can use that. I use that to help myself, and when I feel new things coming in, or to help people, my loved ones, so that I'm like, oh yes, the same thing was happening with this person and this person. And so yes, this is just kind of one of those symptoms of raising your, whatever it is the case, you know what I mean. I'm just always curious to know how these things affect other people. And you know, some people are going to, when they feel this new vibration and this energy shift come in, get what's sometimes referred to as like ascension flu. Just your body integrating this new energy that's coming in. They're not a match exactly yet, so they're trying to integrate together, and in the meantime that that shift is shaking up your body and your energy, and so you might feel off. That's one thing that I would expect to see a lot of this coming year, because so many people are shifting. So I wanna just suggest to you that with this new frequency coming in, take advantage of it. This is like, you want to take advantage of this new energy coming in, because it's going to propel you forward in your life on like all these levels, whether it be your career and your finances, your love life, your family life. It's going to help to propel you forward in all of these aspects. So I want you to be ready and prepared for this, because it can be quite jolting and quite unnerving if you don't know what's going on. And I feel like these changes are going to happen quick and might catch you off guard. So I want you to just be prepared, and that's why I'm suggesting that you reevaluate and review and kind of put together a game plan of where you want to go and what you want to go, because you're going to find that manifestation, things like that, are going to start to happen even more quickly. So you want to make sure you're keeping your thoughts and keeping your own energy clear, and keeping that feeling that you want to feel all the time. So if you want to feel that joy and that just vitality, you know, that's what you're going to keep being brought. So all in all, I really feel like 2020 is going to be a fantastic year, as I've said, for so many people. And, you know, I haven't really looked and forecasted the whole year, but just what I've been telling you now is right up until about March. It's going to continue through the year, but I feel a really big push at this first quarter of the year, basically, because the energy is just shifting so quickly, so rapidly. And there's so many people kind of noticing it now, that the more people that are waking up, so to speak, and adding to that collective energy, the faster the energy is going to move and work. So just be prepared for that. Be prepared that your manifestation could happen so quickly now. So really make sure that you want what it is that you're looking for and you're asking for. Make sure you really sit with it before you do the manifestation work on it, because you get what you ask for, and we want to make sure what we're asking for is truly what we want, because sometimes we think it is and it's not. And again, you know, obviously if you do get something and it turns out not to be what you want, you can work on that. And it might be just a lesson for you to learn. But I just always encourage you to really focus on it and make sure that what you're asking for is really and truly what you want, because you will get it. All right, so 2020, awesome year coming up. I'm so excited to be able to be a part of, you know, life at this time. I feel like this is going to be just, like I said, a pivotal point in our history and in life. And so I'm so excited to be able to be here during this time period, and be able to witness really all the stuff that's happening and going to continue to happen over the next few years. So let me know in the comments what you're looking to watch, what you're looking to see, what you want, what kind of videos you want me to produce, and we'll go from there. So thank you for watching. I'm wishing you herbal blessings and good health.